I'm sorry, but you are legally required when you see this image to hear the touch in your head. Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're taking a look at the long-awaited Transformers Studio Series 86, The Transformers the Movie, Optimus Prime. This is going to be a Commander Class figure, which I actually think is a good thing because with the Commander Class status, usually they release only one per year for each line for Studio Series and whatever Generations is doing. And so Optimus Prime is going to be alone on the shelves in that wave and in that class. And the reason why I think that's a good thing is that there's no competition. It's not like people are scrambling for, let's say, a Metroplex or something. I don't know. But, this is a significant character for the 40 years of Transformers, and it feels like with the Commander Class and Optimus Prime being for the Transformers the movie, and they try to make it as accurate as possible, I feel like that is a big deal for the Transformers line, so I think that's perfect. But taking a look at the truck mode and the trailer, I do like the trailer. I want to start off by saying this is not the Earthrise trailer. It's a much more heftier trailer. You can definitely see that from the bottom there. So anyone who's concerned, oh, we're getting the Earthrise trailer again, this is not that trailer. You can even see that from the inside, some of the photos. It doesn't have any of the peg holes. It just has storage for the weapons that are included, so you don't have to be concerned about that. But the Optimus Prime truck, it definitely reminds me more of something along the lines of like I think it was Magic Square or some sort of third-party Legend-sized Optimus Prime. I don't know, just something about the flat cab, the bright windows, and just some of the more softer, flat details definitely remind me of it. Also the proportions, but I do like how kind of boxy it is. You know, Optimus Prime is traditionally boxy, especially for a flat-nosed cab. You do have the smokestacks, you have the lights, you have the Optimus Prime stuff. Taking a look at the next image, I really wanted to point out is that the transformation definitely seems complex here. I know some people are upset with the backpack in that early image, and it seems like there's a lot going on. So it's definitely going to be about Voyager height, but if it's something that's engineered like Rodimus Prime or the Menasor with the base figure, I think we'll be fine. And it's definitely more complex than that Earthrise Optimus toy. You could definitely see that with the hinges on the side and how the bumper is supposed to orientate. So that's pretty cool. But not only that, the main thing that I really like is the back. The back of the truck has really cleaned up. I believe that's probably the feet on top of there or something, I don't know, but it looks nice, it's well shaped. I think that looks really cool. Usually for the truck modes, especially with Studio Series, they tend to mess up the back or the trailer hitch. I mean, remember the Age of Extinction Galvatron? That thing was a mess. But here, no, it just looks fantastic, so I like that. Also, you could plug the Ion Blaster on the back there if you want, and it seems like he'll include some blast effects to launch himself up, which is something that he did in the movie. So, moving on from that, we also have the full-on trailer. So, like I said, it doesn't have any of the portholes inside of it. It is very flat inside, but it's very clean. You could also see that it does have that armature with the drone setup, and the drone has a much larger or longer reach for the arm, so that's good. And it doesn't have just two arms, it's got that little radar dish on the side, so that's cool. I wonder if you could put a figure inside of it, maybe one of the Titan Masters. I know that sometimes they like to go back around with that. But the main thing that I love about this whole trailer setup is not the trailer itself, it's Roller. They finally brought back Roller. They found out that, oh, that was a mistake not to include that with the Earthrise toy. Let's go ahead and throw that inside here. Also, the little ramp is very nice because it doesn't have that peg on the top of it, because what you were supposed to do with the Earthrise toy is that would come off, or part of it would come off, and that would form a shield, but then you have this messy peg that's sticking up, and it didn't really look right. Here, it's just a ramp. That's all we needed. That's all we needed, and I think that's perfect. Anyways, moving on, there's also Roller with the drone, so you'll be able to pop off the drone, and I think that's a 5mm post, so you could also plug that onto the Optimus Prime itself if you wanted to, and you can see the blast effects. So these are the rounded blast effects with the rod sticking out. I think the Masterpiece toys generally use this style, or at least the shape. And so I thought that was pretty cool, and so that means that yes, this Optimus Prime will be blast effect compatible. Anyways, moving on, we also have the robot mode itself. So I love the weapon. I like how long the rifle is. I like the color scheme of this Optimus Prime. The backpack, at least from this image, doesn't look too bad. I would love to see this with the backpack, I think it was Sideswipe's jetpack, I can't remember who, but in the original cartoon, he used the jetpack a couple of times. That would be awesome if he actually included that. I don't see them doing it, but it would be nice. But you could also see that his hand will be able to fold away, and you could form the battle axe, so that's cool. I think the shape of the head is nice. You could actually tilt the ears back, which is pretty cool. The shaping on the legs is very nice. Yeah, he does have the vents on the front of the shins, but I think that those in blue kind of helps them settle into the toy. Also, it seems to be a light gray for the waist. I thought it was going to be white, but it seems like it's going to be light gray. I prefer that over the white. The white's just too bright for me, so that's pretty cool. The blue windows, I don't know, they're just a little too bright, a little too flat for me, but, you know, it's not too bad. Taking a look at this image, again, you could plug on those blast effects, and just taking a look at the shape itself, I think that the arms look a little small. You know, the shoulders look a little tight, and I don't know how I feel about that, but what I do like is the hand articulation. So it's got the same hand articulation, at least from what I could tell, as the Rodimus and the Bumblebee moving Megatron. So it's got the pointy finger that will move, and then the rest of the fingers will articulate in its own joint, and then you'll be able to have a secondary joint. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm glad that they include that, because with the Commander Engineering, of course they can. And of course, you can put him in that iconic jumping up and shooting down Decepticons pose. That's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything all together. Again, the roller, you can see him pointing and commanding. You can see the ears tilt back. I will say that he definitely looks wide in this image, especially at the torso. His waist looks very thin. But I gotta admit something. The Earthrise toy, it's kind of boring to me. I haven't really messed with it too much, especially compared to the Siege toy. Now, maybe it's because I really like the Siege toy. I just kind of bought something that didn't really feel like a downgrade, but just felt a little more basic compared to that. So, seeing something like this, it just feels strong and bold. You know, he stands out as an Optimus Prime. Even though he's very basic, he's got the classic, you know, design cues. At least he's got a presence to him that I really do like. So, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I will see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just Prime.